So we share in this bread of life, and we drink of His sacrifice as a sign of our bonds of peace around the table of the King.
My dear friends, today let us reflect both the readings of today. Acts chapter 5 verses 34 to 42 and the Gospel of John chapter 6 1 to 15. Today we begin reading from a very long chapter in St. John's Gospel. It is the 6th chapter, and it is St. John's profound presentation of the Eucharist. To borrow an expression from the first reading, the Eucharist does indeed come from God, and nothing has been able to destroy the Catholic faith in the Eucharist for almost 2000 years. The chapter begins with an episode quite familiar to us, the miraculous feeding of the 5,000.
The time for the Passover festival was near. Jesus looked around and saw that a large crowd was coming to him.
Where can we buy enough food to feed all these people?
He said this to test Philip. Actually, he already knew what he would do.
For everyone to have even a little, it would take more than 200 silver coins to buy enough bread.
Another one of his disciples, Andrew, who was Simon Peter's brother, said,
"There is a boy here who has 5 loaves of barley bread and 2 fish. But they will certainly not be enough for all these people."
Make the people sit down.
There was a lot of grass there, so all the people sat down. There were about 5,000 men. Jesus took the bread, gave thanks to God, and distributed to the people who were sitting there. He did the same with the fish.
What Jesus did was an act of compassion for the crowd who had been with Jesus the whole day and had nothing to eat. We need to understand the miracle on a deeper level. What Jesus did was a sign of extraordinary power over the physical reality. Bread in particular, Jesus showed that he had power over bread, a power which he exercises in the Eucharist. Ultimately, the action of Jesus is indeed one of compassion, but his concern goes beyond physical need. Understanding our spiritual need and overflowing with love, he uses his divine power to give us the gift of the Eucharist. We, then, are the people to whom Jesus has shown the greatest love and compassion. Let us value, respect, and participate in the Eucharist and share this gift of love and compassion with one another.
The body of our Savior, Jesus Christ, torn for you. Eat and